here's my review from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Plus 4. And really with all those levels, they have a lot of life into, which I really do like, which I think was kind of lacking in 1 plus 2. And granted, 1 plus 2, those levels back in the day were very simple, nothing too crazy. But 3 plus 4, you have a lot going on, a lot of movable NPCs and people talking back and forth. 2 cars moving back and forth at a nice steady pace where you can skitch onto it. From foundry workers working to people walking around the streets of San Francisco, again, I like the kind of build for these maps, putting a lot of life into it, similar to the old ones in 3 and 4. In this remaster, I give them a lot of credit. They put a lot of life into these maps, and they do look really good. Now, like I said, there's a couple of maps that I really wasn't fond of too, and I'll give an example of one. But London, which was in Pro Skater 4, is now set at nighttime with a little bit of rain in it. But still, London itself is actually a really good map. I think it's one of the more underrated maps in the Tony Hawk series. I just didn't like how they changed to the nighttime style. But again, I might be a little bit on the fence about it because my opinion might change that if I keep playing it more and more. I do have a lot of problems with the zoo map from Pro Skater 4. It is now actually a competition map where you have to do 3 different heats in 1 minute. And the downside is that there is no animals or no like families walking around in a zoo, which honestly I'm not a fan of. I don't like it being a competition map. I think the cool thing about with the zoo map was it had a lot of life, different kind of style with it because you were skating in a zoo with all different animals, from the elephants and tigers and monkeys there. There was nothing. It was all deserted. It was empty. Just with a bunch of ramps and rails for the competition style, which, again, I wasn't a fan of that. And also, it was at night. It just felt like they changed that map. I'm not a fan of that. But outside of the zoo and a little bit of London, a lot of the other maps do look really good. Suburbia, I really wasn't a fan of in Pro Skater 3, but I gotta say, it looks a lot better in the remake. And of course, maps like the airport and Alcatraz, which I always loved, look great in this remaster also. But they did add some new levels, unlike in Pro Skater 1 plus 2, which I really wish they did. In 3 and 4, they did add 3 new levels. Now, Movie Studio is a smaller map than what I expected. Essentially is a competition level. Now, I really was kind of looking forward to like a Movie Studio style skate park, but I don't know, it felt a lot smaller and I feel like it was missing a lot. I don't know, I had a lot more expectations for that map. It's not the worst one, but I expected a lot more with it. Now, Water Park, I actually say is actually my favorite of the new levels. It's essentially what you think it is, a deserted water park. You can grind the different amounts of slides in this map too, a lot of different areas for it. It looks really good. Now, sometimes deserted parks and maps can be very hit or miss, the zoo level, for example, but for Water Park, this works really good. I actually am a fan of it. And lastly, the other one, Pinball, which is also a really cool and funky map. Again, you're skating in a pinball machine with a giant Tony Hawk looking above you playing the pinball, which is actually kind of scary. But it's a lot of cool, a lot of speed runs, a lot of different things you have to watch for the pinball itself. It is a really cool and funky map, and it's very creative there, and I give them props for that. Overall, outside of Movie Studio, the new levels they added were really good, and overall with the levels, outside of a few, so I'll say Movie Studio, London, and Zoo, they all look really good, and I'm a fan of them.